Hi, this is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter. Welcome to my channel. On my channel, I do reviews, sewing product reviews, pattern reviews, tutorials, and anything sewing related. And I've got a good one for you today. We're going to talk about how to make this super cute Valentine Suncatcher. We're using freestanding lace, which is a process you can do on an embroidery machine. The lace simply just gets stitched on a special stabilizer and then rinsed away when you're done. And the result is pretty magnificent. I'm going to get to the tutorial in a minute, but I do want to remind you to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. That is how I keep this channel going. I buy equipment, all those things that are needed to keep the channel going. So go ahead and let YouTube know that other people should see these videos. You will notice something different in my video today. Up in the right-hand corner of your screen, a QR code will appear for whatever product I'm talking about. That will take you directly to the website where you can find that product. I thought it might be useful for you and a quicker way to get to what you might need. All right, let's get right to the tutorial. Okay, to do freestanding lace, you want to use what's known as wash-away stabilizer. This is the last of a roll, but here's what the roll looks like when you get it. And it is, it feels like lightweight interfacing, like it's got some starch or something in it. And that is what you need. It will actually wash away after you embroider, and then just the design will be left. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put it in my 6x10 hoop because I have taken my design to Embrilliance and created 2 on a hoop. So I'm doing 2 at a time. It's by Juju site where I purchased my file, and it is called Freestanding Lace Hearts. And you'll see the Scan Me at the top there if you'd like to purchase that one. I just wanted to show you where the design came from. All right, now I'm going to go into Embrilliance, and I'm going to open that file. So you see here's Freestanding Lace Hearts 1, which is what I purchased. All right, now you have your choice of different file types. I like to work with PES because mine is Baby Lock and Brother both use that as a pretty standard one. I am going to choose the 4-inch ones for this project. So I'm going to go ahead and click one of these. See, there's Hearts 1-02, 03, and there's the different sizes in each one. Let's do number 3. And we're just going to turn it like that, place that where I want it. Now I'm going to open the next file, which I'm going to go ahead and do, let's see, I need to find another 4-inch one. There's 4 of them in here, so shouldn't be too hard. Okay, here's another one. I'm going to open that. Now I want to put this on with the other one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select it, copy it, and then I'm going to go over to the other design that I was doing and paste it. All right, I'm going to take this, drag it down to that area, and rotate that 90 degrees. Now what I have is the 2 designs on the hoop, which is exactly what I want. Now what I like to do, and it's part of Embrilliance, Embrilliance has different modules that you can purchase, and one of the most valuable ones is the density repair kit, because what it does is it makes sure that you don't have real dense areas that can sort of cause a jam basically. So I'm going to look at the density. This with these little bars up here are 4. Now blue is good, red is not so good. So this is okay, but I'd like to get rid of some of that red if I can. Now sometimes you really can't, but I'm going to go ahead and try. So what I'm going to do is look down here at the stitch count. It's 34,626. I'm just going to hit this little vacuum cleaner up here and see what happens. Okay, I got 2,906.89. So I was able to cut down on the stitch count quite a bit. Let's check that density again. A lot less, I believe. There's a few little red spots, but this should stitch out beautifully. All right. Next, you want to make sure you set the type of fabric or whatever you're using. So I'm going to go, there's actually a setting for lace on here, and I'm going to set that. All right, so now I know it's going to sense the right thickness, it's the right stitch count. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. And I usually do stitching and working. So what I'll do is call this parts combo. All right. So then I'm going to close this out. And I'm not going to save any changes to it. All right, now I'm just going to open up. What I want to open is make sure that I have the stitch file and not the working file, which is the .be. So open up the stitch file, and then I'm going to go up here and choose Send to Solaris/XP1. Now, if you have a brother or baby lock, you should be able to do this if it has Wi-Fi capability. I do not have a Solaris or an XP1. Mine is a baby lock flare, but it does have Wi-Fi capability. It acts like it's going to say no, but the design is there. So just note, I went for a long time thinking I couldn't do it, and then I went ahead and tried it because someone else told me this, and it actually will transfer it. Sometimes it takes the second time, but it will do it, but it will tell you it didn't. So I don't know, that must be a little glitch in either the baby lock software or whatever, but it does work. All right, and that's how you get your file ready to stitch these out. When I did these for Christmas, I made them slightly smaller and did 3 at a time because I made about 50 of them. All right, so now I have my embroidery hoop ready to go into the machine. And when you do your hoop, you want to make sure that it's tightened all the way and that there's no pulls, or you can see there just a little bit of pull. Get that out of there. Make sure it's nice and taut. All right. All right, let's go to the embroidery machine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and choose my pocket and the Wi-Fi pocket. I'm going to get rid of the last one so that I don't get them confused. All right, now I'm going to go over to my software and send the design to my machine. All right, you can see it has popped up on my machine. All right, I'm going to go ahead and select that design. Hit set. I don't need to edit this because I've already done that in the software. Hit end, hit embroidery. So I don't need to move it or in any way. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put my hoop into the machine. There are so many ideas you can do with freestanding lace. I've done bookmarks. I did a ton of Christmas ornaments, as I told you before in another video. But I think these make really great gifts. So the other thing I want to point out, if you're making a lot of these and they differ in design but not so much in profile, make them a different color, because then you'll know that you're choosing the right one instead of choosing the wrong one twice. I did that with these hearts. I ended up doing one design twice instead of doing 2 different ones. So just something to keep in mind. Okay, we're all prepped to go. So we just put our presser foot down and hit start. And you can see about 103 minutes later, you'll have the 2 designs all done. embroidery machine, and I'm just going to take it out of the hoop. Just going to take my scissors and go ahead and just cut around these, but not so close. You want to leave a little bit of edge there, if you can see. Leave a little bit of an edge. Just make sure you don't cut through the design. And you'll see when I show you how to rinse out the wash away. Got a lot of stuff in my way here. When I show you how to rinse out the wash away, you'll see why I leave a little bit of that on the edges. We want it to be stiff in the end, and this acts as a stiffener. So that just gives it a little extra stiffener when we rinse it out. All right. And we will be taking them to the water to wash away and make them stiff. We have our hearts cut out. And what I'm going to do is just dunk them in the water just a little bit. All right, and then I just kind of work them around. Let me pull the water over here where you can see better. Just kind of go around. I don't keep them in the water very long. And then I just go around and just kind of pull that away from the edges. All right, and then I let that paste develop on my hand a little bit, just to give it some extra starch to make them nice and stiff. Kind of rub that, once that starch is sort of dissolved onto your hand, then you can just kind of spread it around. And then I lay it out on a paper towel. Let's do this one. It won't start coming apart until it gets wet for a little bit. Let it soak in. Just start pulling the edges away. This one has some in the center as well. Just maybe wet my hand a little bit to get that starch on there. And then I just rub the extra starch right in there so it'll be nice and stiff. I have two more we can do. These are going in my kitchen window. See, this is why I have you do the extra on the edge, because then you got a little bit on your hands of like pure kind of starchy stuff that you can rub back onto these. Just make sure it all comes out of all the holes. And make sure it's not globby when you kind of rub your hand over it. You don't want any big globs on it or anything. Okay, move this over. I don't leave them generally on the paper towel because I don't want them to stick overnight. I just kind of let it absorb some of the moisture. All right, just kind of let that soak in. It won't start wanting to pull away until it's on there for a few seconds. And then just pull it away from all the edges. Kind of rub it around your hand and pull it out of any holes that are on the object. I'm going to wet my hands a little bit. Kind of spread that starch around. Okay. And let those kind of soak up a little bit. All right. Instead of leaving them lay on paper towels overnight, I get a piece of wax paper so I know it's not going to stick to my cutting table or wherever, kitchen table or wherever you're drying them out. And I just make sure they're pressed nice and flat so that they don't dry, you know, all weird or anything. Make sure they're nice and flat. And just stick them on a piece of wax paper. And in the morning, they should be ready to hang. I'm just interrupting here to give a quick statistic. 63% of you watching the videos on this channel are not subscribed. So this is your chance. Go ahead. It really helps me out if you just click that button. Give me a like, share the video, and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to know anytime I'm posting a new video, you want to turn that little bell on as well. All right, back to the video.
In the morning, after they sit all night, they're nice and stiff where they're going to hold up. And we're going to go ahead and put some twine through there and hang them on the window.
I hope you enjoyed the little demonstration of creating lace with your embroidery machine. It is by far my most favorite thing to do since I got my machine. They are just adorable, beautiful, they make great gifts, and I've kind of taken to always having something like that hanging in my kitchen window. So I'm going to change them with the seasons. I had Christmas things hanging at Christmas time. I think I'll probably be working on some Easter stuff here pretty soon. All right, you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. And as always, hold your loved ones close because life is short. Bye-bye. Happy sewing.